Hi guys, my name is Nicole. So today I'm going to be talking about my experience for auditioning for a Korean entertainment company. So it all started when I saw a Facebook ad about how there's going to be a global audition in my city, and I was actually kind of second guessing it, because what if I just go there and like I embarrass myself in front of the judges, and I don't want that. But then like I looked at the location on where it would be, and it was actually really near my place. It was like not even like a 1-minute drive and you'd already get there. So I was like, okay, it's really near, so it's like there, so like why not? So yeah, I went online and I submitted my application and I gave it to them. And then 2 to 3 weeks before the actual audition date, I received an email from them telling me the location, the date, and the time. They specified that the audition would be at 1, but all participants should be there by 12:30, and the date would be March 17th. So they also attached like an Excel spreadsheet with a list of all of the participants and the order in which they should go in. But they didn't really follow through with that, so I'm gonna tell you that later. Fast forward to the actual day, I actually asked my friend beforehand if she could come with me, because I know I'm gonna be really nervous and it would just be nice to have like a familiar face and to like stop me from running away, because Lord knows how easy it is to just go home because it's literally just 1 minute away. So yeah, she was really nice enough to come with me, and she stayed there and gave me moral support throughout like the 4 hours that I was there. So yeah, she really is the MVP. So we went there 30 minutes before the suggested time. So if the suggested time was 12:30, we got there around 12. And it was a really good thing too, because when I went up to the lady and asked for a submission form, she gave me the form, a pencil, and the number. My original number was actually number 9, but then she gave me 67, which is really far off from the number that they put in the email. So yeah, if you're gonna go to an audition, really go there early, because they're most likely gonna like go with first come first serve. And so yeah, we waited there a bit, and like there were already a lot of people, and I was kind of shocked because like everybody was wearing such nice clothes and like a full face of makeup. And I even saw a girl, like she was wearing like purple stilettos. They were almost like 4 inches long, and like they were all so confident. And me, I just looked like a potato. Like I wore black skinny jeans, Adidas shoes, a baseball tee like with white sleeves here, and like my makeup was almost like minimal to none. Like I just wore a bit of concealer under my eyes and lip tint, just because I know I'm gonna be very nervous. I'm gonna look pale, maybe look like I just came from the grave, so it was important to like wear just the least bit of like color on your face. So yeah, that's all I wore. And we waited a bit outside. I filled out my submission form. The submission form asks for like the general stuff, you know, your name, your height, your weight, your hobbies, why you want to audition. Oddly, it also asks for your eyesight, and I didn't know what to write down for eyesight, so I just put my grade, which is 125 on one side and then 100 on the other. So yeah, I hope I put that right. And it also asks for your parents' name and phone number and your best friend's name and phone number. So yeah, we waited a bit outside, and then they started to let people go in. So me and my friend went up, and we went into the main waiting room. So it's hall number 1. Hall number 1 was really big. It was like rectangular, and then there were like a bunch of benches set up in the perimeter, and like 3 big swinging chairs in the middle. And then there's also another hall, hall number 2, which is more set up like a classroom. There were like a bunch of tables and chairs. I filmed a little bit, but it's only like a millisecond because I was scared if like you're not allowed to film, so here it is. So yeah, that was it. And hall number 3 is where the audition room would be. And they put like, it's actually more set up like a private audition, because they put like huge chalkboards in front of the window that lets you see into the audition room, so that there would be privacy for the auditioner, I guess. And also the door was really tinted, so you couldn't see what was inside. So yeah, me and my friend, we waited into the benches, and the staff lady, she was like, okay, please pay attention. She was waving her hand, and she told us, okay, so these are like the guidelines and rules, and she said that you need to introduce yourself. You need to say your name, your birthday, your height, your weight, and lastly, where you live. She also specified that you need, if you're gonna sing, you need to sing the best part of the song, so that would be like the chorus or the highlight that really like shows off your voice. And then lastly, she said to make sure to write down your correct contact information, because that's, you know, how they're gonna like get to you if ever you do make it to the next round. So yeah, they then started to call out by tens. So they called out the first 10, and how it would be is there would be 8 people waiting outside of the room. There would be 2 auditionees inside. One will be waiting for their turn, one will be actually auditioning. There's going to be 3 judges here, and then a table and a camera here, and a person who operates the music on the side, and a staff lady that basically like facilitates who goes in and who goes out of the room. So yeah, while waiting for my turn, since I'm 67, we waited for around 3 hours. Me and my friend were just, you know, talking, and we looked at GOT7 videos on our phones, and I talked to the girl next to me, and she was really sweet as well. And around like 15 minutes before they called out my number, I overheard a mom asking one of the cameramen, who was just basically like filming all of us waiting, she asked him if you could sing and dance, and then the cameraman said that, yeah, you can. It's probably actually better if they do, or if they ask you to. And I panicked, because I actually really wanted to sing and dance, but I thought you could only prepare one song and sing it, because there's just so many people that they had to accommodate. So I like quickly went on my phone, I turned on my data, and like I thought of the first song that popped up into my brain that I knew how to dance to, and it was All I Want to Do by Jay Park. So I put that, and like I tried to download it, but like my phone started to glitch, and I started panicking even more. So yeah, in the end I got to download it, thank God. And one of the judges went outside of the room, and he gathered the 10 of us, and he basically just explained the audition process. He said you need to say your introduction, you can sing, or you could dance, or you could maybe do both. And that's basically it, just waiting outside. Notes, I think you should, like, if you're gonna go through audition, you should really respect the staff and do as you're told, because some of the girls, like, they were almost kind of separating the chalkboards so that they could see what was going inside. And I get that they're curious, but it's like the staff got kind of mad. Like, they had to tell them like 3 separate times to like not do that. So yeah, just respect the staff. And also, like, there were moms who were like seriously like peeping into like the tinted door to see what was going on inside. And then one of the security guards had to like go up to them and say and tell them to like step back. Like, he even had to like make a whole different barrier for them to like stay back, and then we could line up. So yeah, just respect the staff. And yeah, I was getting really nervous, and like the worst case scenario was like popping into my brain, like just a bunch of scenarios. And then it was finally my turn to go in, and so I went inside. And if you're already inside, you could actually see the person who's auditioning before you, and like the whole process of how, like, what they went through. And so I actually met the girl outside, and she was really sweet and nice to me. And I actually got to hear her sing outside, and she sang really well. Her voice almost kind of reminded me of Rosé, but when she like did her introduction and she started to sing, she did really good in the first part, but like towards the end I could tell that she got nervous and some of the notes faltered a little bit, but in the end she got through it and she did really good. So yeah, now it's my turn. She went to me, the auditionee, she said fighting, and I said you did great. And okay, I went to the T-zone and I looked into the camera. They said to do your introduction, and I did, and I said my name. I thankfully got through that part, but like the information that you had to say like started to get like jumbled up in my brain. Like you're supposed to say your birthday after your name, and then I accidentally said I am 155 centimeters, so I stuttered, and then I said I am 42 kilograms, and I almost said I'm 42 kilometers. So like just imagine like me saying 42 kilometers, like they would think I'm like some stupid girl. So thankfully, like I was like, that's not what you're supposed to say, it's 42 kilograms. And so yeah, I said my birthday and my where I lived, and thankfully I got through that. And then they told me to start singing, and so I did. I sang If I Got You by Alicia Keys, and I tried to look straight into the camera and like emote, and I like smiled a little bit just to exude the tiniest bit of confidence. So I got through the song, and they're like, okay, good. Now can you sing a Korean song? And here is when the embarrassment starts to come again. I did not prepare a Korean song at all, because I really thought you could only prepare one song. So I was actually almost gonna say like I don't know any Korean songs, but I stopped myself and I said, like, you know, this is your opportunity, so you might as well like make the most of it. So I sang the first Korean song that popped into my brain, and it was For Now by Sam Kim and Kwon Jin-ah. I was really nervous, and you could tell, and like my voice was shaky, I was out of breath, and it was all over the place. And thankfully I got through it. I only sang the first verse, and then even like the judge, he teased me about it. He was like, oh, your voice was like shaking, and yeah, I just smiled because I was embarrassed. And then the judge then asked me to dance, and thank God, like I prepared something 15 minutes before. So I gave my phone to the music operator guy, and I really wanted to redeem myself this time because I know I did really bad on the Korean song. So like I tried to like put on my best, you know, face and like exude confidence. So yeah, I really like tried my best, and I smiled a lot and looked into the camera. And then they're like, okay, good. And then they asked me if I could put my hair back, and I'm like, and then this is where I got confused, because like they didn't ask the girl before me to if like they could take pictures of her. So like I'm not like auditioning for modeling or anything, but like I just did as I was told to. Like I put my hair back, and they asked to see. Then I looked left, and then I looked right, and then they told me to look forward, and my neck was kind of bent, and then they're like, can you like straighten your neck? And then I straightened my neck, and they took a picture of me, and that was it. And then they're like, okay, thank you. And yeah, that was the end of my audition. I made my way out the door, and I told the girl who was going to come after me, like, you know, good luck, you could do it. And then I went outside the door, and it just felt like the whole weight just lifted off my shoulders, and I was proud of myself because like I finally like took a step out of my comfort zone, which like rarely happens. So now tips. Okay, so my first tip is don't psych yourself out. Like don't feel super nervous, don't like put all those negative thoughts in your brain. So, you know, just have that like confidence. Like I actually, like, as goofy as it sounds, like I went into a bathroom like maybe like 2 minutes before my audition. I went inside like a tiny bathroom next to the audition room, and I just gave myself like a pep talk. I was like, okay, you can do this, like you already put yourself in this situation, so might as well like you know, make the best situation out of it. So, you know, yeah, just tell yourself that and give yourself that pep talk, that confidence, and yeah. My second tip is to go there early, because most likely they won't follow through with your email. They're probably gonna do it first come first serve. So if you want to get out early, you should get there earlier. My third tip is to like respect the staff. They're just doing their job, so like just make it easier for them by, you know, following their instructions, and just like don't do anything that you're not supposed to do. So my fourth tip, and what I think is probably one of the most important tips, is to eat before you go to your audition, because for me, I woke up pretty late. I just started preparing. I didn't have time to eat breakfast, and you're supposed to wait in the waiting room the whole time, so I didn't get to eat lunch either. And by the time it was already my turn to go up, my head was already hurting, and that's like the last thing you want, is for your head to hurt, because it's probably like gonna hinder you from putting on your best performance. So yeah, you should really eat and just avoid, you know, the bad things like eating sweet stuff, spicy stuff, cold stuff, you know, those things. My fifth tip is to stay hydrated. It's weird, when I got there, I felt like I was the only person drinking water. Like I didn't see anybody else like with a water bottle and drinking water. But it's really important, because you know, you need to keep, if you're gonna sing, you need to keep your vocal cords like, you know, good, and you don't want to sound groggy, and you also don't want to faint from dehydration. So yeah, drink water. My other tip is to make friends. Like, you're gonna be there for a pretty long time if you're like me. So I know it's gonna be like scary to like go up to a stranger and start talking to them. I was scared, but once you get through that step, like talking to them is probably like the best. You get rid of boredom. You're nervous, they're nervous, and you just like share like a mutual nervousness, and it just helps, you know, pass the time. So talk to somebody. My next tip and last tip is to just have fun. Like, you know, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Just take it all in. Like for me, I was thinking, you know, like my favorite idols have been in these shoes before, so it's just a great experience to have. And yeah, if you're auditioning, I hope some of these tips help you out. And if you have any questions, you can comment down below. Please like this video, and yeah, that's it. Bye.